Hey, John here. Here's a lick of the day number 128. It's an aggressive Aeolian picking run. As usual, I'm going to play it once slowly and then break it down. And after the breakdown, I'm going to show you some practice advice you can apply to this lick as well as pretty much anything else you're working on. We're going to start here on the 19th fret of the high E string. Alright, so this one is based on the E Aeolian scale, and that's just a fancy pants name for the natural minors. We got 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, and 1. We're going to start here on the 19th fret, the B note, the 5th of the key. And we have the same fingering now on the E string and the B string. So we got 19, 17, 15 on E, and same thing on the B string. And the sequence goes like this. You start on the highest note of this 6-note pattern, go all the way down, all the way up, and all the way down again. That ends up being 16 different notes. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And why that matters is because that's basically going to be a whole bar of 16th notes. And that's the way that I notated it. And if you want the tabs, just press the like button and then go grab the tabs in the description below, or you also got the link in the beginning of the video. But pressing the like button, that would be a really good thing, because then I can make way more videos going forward. So the sequence again goes like this. And then we're going to move everything down 2 positions. So instead of starting here, which you could have done, and you should try probably, you start instead on the 15th fret. So we're going to go move down to the 15th fret, still stick to the notes of the E minor scale. So now the fingering is going to be 15, 14, 12, 15, 13, 12. And that's sequence remains the same. And once we've done that, we're going to start here on the B string. So same fingering, 15, 13, 12, and then we have 14, 12, 11 on the G string, and then we end up on the 9th fret here. And what we play here is basically just what I did. We just go down a group of 6. So from the 2nd position, now if you stick to the subdivision that I've notated the whole thing in, you're going to end up on the upbeat here, but then we're going to slide up to 15 and bend up, whoops, to the root on the beat. So we go practice-wise here, it's a really good picking exercise, as is actually, but to make it even better, I would suggest that you go through every position available in this key, and any other key, and use this sequence. And so on. I would also suggest that you try this with my mechanical practice approach. And that basically means that we're going to divide our left hand into 3 finger groups here, since it's based on 3 notes per string. So we got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Then you play this sequence. I like to do it twice with each finger group whenever I practice like this. So that would sound like this: 1, 2, 3 first. 1, 2, 4. 1, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And then you can do that on the next string group, and so on. And if it wasn't clear, you should do the same thing with the the diatonic practice as well. So move it around all the possible string groups, meaning all strings, basically, if you want to really up your right hand technique. And that's pretty much it for this one. And if you want to work on this one specifically, I highly suggest you go through it by working with accents, since this one really lines up with the 16th notes. So you play it once, and I'm gonna show it now without any amp, so you can really hear what I'm doing. So I'm basically gonna play it, I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but I'm gonna accent the first 16th notes like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And then if you manage to do that, I like to do it, you know, shoot for something like, okay, I want to do it 6 times in a row, for example. And then I can say that I've mastered it for today at least. And then I try it again, accenting the second 16th note. So make sure that your foot is on 1 the whole time, but so you don't start putting your foot down on whatever note you're accenting, because that's not the point. You want to be able to accent any part of the beat, basically. So 2 would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you do 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4. And like I said, stick with one of them until you manage to get through the whole thing. Whatever number you think is a good number for you to be able to say that you can nail it. Because if you do it once, you can probably get away with a bit of luck. But if you do it 4, 5, 6 times in a row, then it's not luck anymore, then you actually have the control. So, and do this at whatever tempo you feel comfortable with. So, I mean, it would be good to get away from like that kind of tempo. But if you can do it at, let's say we do 4. And you don't need to do it, you know, super strong accent either. Try to keep it at like if this is like the bass level. You want to go just slightly above that. I sort of overdo it a bit here now, just so you can hear what I'm doing. But I almost call it almost like a mental accent, because you want to really feel an extra connection between whatever finger and pick stroke that you get on the accent. Because the point here is to synchronize your hands even more. So if you haven't tried this before, it's a really effective way of practicing, so give that a try.